This, in short, is the idea of samadhi. What is its application? The application is here the field of reason or of the conscious workings of the mind is narrow and limited. There is a little circle within which human reason will have to move. It cannot go beyond it. Every attempt to go beyond is impossible. Yet it is beyond this circle of reason that lies all that humanity holds most dear. All these questions whether there is an immortal soul, whether there is a God, whether there is any supreme intelligence guiding this universe, are beyond the field of reason. Reason can never answer these questions. What does the reason say? It says, I am agnostic. I do not know either yeah or nay. Yet these questions are important to us. Without a proper answer to them, human life will be impossible. All our ethical theories, all our moral attitudes, all that is good and great in human nature has been molded upon answers that have come from beyond that circle. It is very important, therefore, that we should have answers to these questions. Without such answers, human life will be impossible. If life is only a little 5 minutes thing, if the universe is only a fortuitous combination of atoms, then why should I do good to another? Why should there be mercy, justice, or fellow feeling? The best thing for this world would be to make hay while the sun shines, each man for himself. If there is no hope, why should I love my brother and not cut his throat? If there is nothing beyond, if there is no freedom, but only regrets that loss, I should only try to make myself happy there. You will find people saying nowadays that they have utilitarian grounds as the basis of all morality. What is this basis? Procuring the greatest amount of happiness to the greatest number. Why should I do this? Why should I not produce the greatest unhappiness to the greatest number? If that serves my purpose, how will utilitarians answer this question? How do you know what is right or what is wrong? I am impelled by my desire for happiness and I fulfill it. And it is in my nature. I know nothing beyond. I have these desires and must fulfill them. Why should you complain? Whence come all these truths about human life, about morality, about the immortal soul, about God, about love and sympathy, about being good, and above all, about being unselfish? All ethics, all human action, and all human thought hang upon this one idea of unselfishness. The whole idea of human life can be put in that one word, unselfishness. Why should we be unselfish? Where is the necessary, the force, the power of my being unselfish? Why should I be? You call yourself a rational man, a utilitarian, but if you do not show me a reason, I say you are irrational. Show me the reason why I should not be selfish, why I should not be like a brute acting without reason. It may be good as poetry, but poetry is not reason. Show me a reason. Why shall I be unselfish? And why be good? Because Mr. and Mrs. So and so says so does not weigh with me. Where is the utility of my being unselfish? My utility is to be selfish. If utility means the greatest amount of happiness, I may get the greatest amount of happiness by cheating and robbing others. What is the answer? The utilitarian can never give it. The answer is that this world is only one drop in an infinite ocean, one link in an infinite chain. Where did those that preached unselfishness and taught it to the human race get this idea? We know it is not instinctive. The animals which have instinct do not know it, neither is it reason. Reason does not know anything about these ideas. Whence did they come? We find in studying history one fact held in common by all the great teachers of religion the world ever had. They all claim to have got these truths from beyond, only many of them did not know what they were getting. For instance, one would say that an angel came down in the form of a human being with wings and said to him, "Here, oh man, this is the message." Another says that a deva, a bright being, appeared to him. Another says he dreamed that his ancestor came and told him all these things. He did not know anything beyond that, but this thing is common that all claim either that they see angels or heard the voice of God or saw some wonderful vision. All claim that this knowledge came to them from beyond, not through their reasoning power. What does the science of yoga teach? It teaches that they were right in claiming that this knowledge came to them from beyond reasoning, but that is came from within themselves. The yogi teaches that the mind itself has a higher state of existence beyond reason, a superconscious state, and when the mind gets to that higher state, then this knowledge beyond reasoning comes to a man. Metaphysical knowledge beyond all physical knowledge, metaphysical and transcendental knowledge comes to that man. And this state of going beyond reason, transcending ordinary human nature, sometimes may come by chance to a man who does not understand its science. He, as it were, stumbles into it. When he stumbles into it, he generally interprets it as from outside. So this explains why an inspiration or this transcendental knowledge may be the same in different countries, but in one country it will seem to come through an angel, and in another through a deva, and in another through God. What does it mean? It means that the mind brought the knowledge by its own nature, and that the finding of the knowledge was interpreted according to the beliefs and education of the person through whom it came. The real fact of that these various men, as it were, stumbled into this superconscious state. The yogi says there is a great danger in stumbling into this state. In a good many cases, there is the danger of the brain being destroyed, and as a rule, you will find that all those men, however great they were, who have stumbled into this superconscious state without understanding it, grope in the dark, and generally have, along with their knowledge, some quaint superstition. They open themselves to hallucination. Muhammad claimed that the angel Gabriel came to him in a cave one day and took him on the heavenly horse Harak, and he visited the heavens. But with all that, Muhammad spoke some wonderful truth. If you read the Quran, you find the most wonderful truths mixed with these superstitions. How will you explain it? That man was inspired, no doubt, but that inspiration was as it was stumbled upon. He was not a trained yogi and did not know the reason of what he was doing. Think of the good Muhammad did to the world, and think of the great evil that has been done through his fanaticism. Think of the millions massacred through his teachings, mothers bereft of their children, children made orphans, whole countries destroyed, millions upon millions of people killed.